What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, the host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show, and today I want to come to you not as a Commanders fan. Um, I want to actually come to you guys as the father of a 22-year-old. Um, to to see that, to understand how precious life is and how so many different things can impact us. It's amazing at how, sometimes we tend to forget the humanity side of some of these athletes. We look at them as almost as superheroes and heroic, and things bad aren't supposed to happen to them. And to hear the news today about Dwayne Haskins at 24 or 25 years old dying from being hit by a truck going across a highway. At least that's what is being said. I don't really know what really happened or what is going on, because again, you got stories all over the place. And what I'm realizing is that we don't really understand how precious life is, and how precious and how much human these athletes are. I mean, like, understand this. I've been in the lab for a very long time, because I've been so focused on evaluating players and what they can bring to the table and things like that. And I come out of the lab today and I'm ready to tell you guys, sleeper guys, and getting ready to tell y'all what guys aren't that good and things like that, only to be hit with a dose of these guys are people too. It's very sad news to hear about Dwayne Haskins, because I was still tracking his career. I felt he wasn't given a very good shake here, and because of that, it really it made me happy to see him get on with Pittsburgh, and the possibility of him becoming Pittsburgh's future starter. But there's also this thing where it's like, man, like, I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot that comes out that is initially going to be hidden, but as time goes on, it's going to be something. But man, just as a dad of a 22-year-old, about to be 23, and that's crazy to know that and to understand that. But it's so heartbreaking when a kid perishes, especially somebody so young, and it's sometimes the words can escape people when it comes to stuff like this, because you never know what can happen. You never know what's going on. You never know what is being said. All you know is that at the end of the day, something happened to someone. I honestly wish this never had happened to him. My prayers and condolences and sympathies goes out to Dwayne's family, especially his dad, man, because I know that as a father of a boy myself, I'm pretty sure he's more devastated than anybody could ever imagine, because this isn't anybody. This is somebody who's carrying his last name, who's carrying his whole name. And my son doesn't carry my whole name, but the factor that that type of thing, it bothers me that we lose young guys like this. Even though he was no longer our quarterback, I was hoping for his success. I really was. um but it's a sad day for me, because like I said, I'm not just talking from the area of a Commanders fan or anything like that. I'm actually talking from the area of a dad who has a kid that is just as young as Dwayne Haskins. And man, it is rough to hear news like this. um Again, my condolences out to his family, his dad, his mom, everybody, his wife. I'm not even sure if he had kids, but man, this is a sad, sad one. And it's so crazy because I'm pretty sure some of you are going to be like, he wasn't even our quarterback. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that he wasn't our quarterback anymore. The fact is that he lost his life. At one time, he was here, and he lost his life. That's not a good feeling. It does remind me a little bit of losing Sean Taylor. He was lost at such a young age, and these are things that as a father you just don't like to hear. You don't like to see. You don't like to have these things come about. But man, I just don't know. This is what I'll say to all the fathers out there. um Hug your kids today. Hug them today, hug them tomorrow, hug them all the time. Tell them you love them. Tell them you care about them. Tell them you miss them. All things like that, because you never know what can happen. And I I pray to God that the sins that I have done, or things that I have done, never fall on my son. I pray to God that I never lose my son at a young age. I pray to God for all that. And I feel that as every person out here looking at this video, pray to God that that doesn't bestow on your kids either, because no matter how you look at it, man, this is like a devastating thing, because understand that somebody lost somebody, and that somebody was very young. Hug your kids. Tell your kids you love them. Even for y'all that aren't emotional towards your kids. Even for y'all that don't know how to express affection for your kids. Try your best to do that. Just tell them you love them. Tell them you miss them. Tell them you tell them you can't wait to be around them. Because man, it's a hard one, y'all. It's a hard one for me. I mean, because like I said, just being the father of a young one myself, man, and another young one. I got nieces and nephews and all that, and it would just devastate me if something was to happen to them. So, like I said, love your kids, love your nieces and nephews, love everybody, man, because life should never be lost this young. It should never be lost this young. This is your man John Fortune. I'll be back with videos at another time, but for right now, this is your man John Fortune. Just love the kids, because they don't ask to be born. Love your kids, love all the kids, support the kids, protect the kids. This has been your man John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.